Hello, Brian the Fanboy here, and today I'm gonna talk about Sesame Street. Now, my earliest memory of Sesame Street was when I was 3 years old, I think, and it was in the second house I remember living in. Now, from what I remember, well, my earliest memory of Sesame Street was watching the Two-Headed Monster. Of course, I didn't pay attention to what they were doing because I was really little back then. And then the next time I saw Sesame Street was when my family and I were living in the birdhouse I remember living in America. Now I don't remember what happened during that episode because it was so long ago. But I do remember that when the show was over, I changed the channel because I wasn't interested in the show that came after. Now after I got a TV in my room, well one of the things I remember was that I kind of found the movie Follow the Bird, which was about Big Bird, and what I remember was Super Grover flying around. Of course, I don't remember why I changed the channel. I just did. And of course, when I was little, my mother bought me this Sesame Street toy, which is kind of like an abacus. Of course, yeah, it was kind of like these letters and the blocks, and well, yeah, it's really hard. You had to look at it to know what it is I'm talking about. Now, when Nickelodeon was airing Muppet specials every weekend, one of the ones I remember watching was The Muppet Family Christmas, which had all the Muppet characters, not just the ones from the Muppet shows, but also from Sesame Street and Fraggle Rock. And as a kid, they became my favorite Muppet special ever. Now, the first time I saw Sesame Street on a regular basis was when my family and I moved to Chancellor, Massachusetts, back when I was 6 years old in 1992. And it was when I discovered PBS Kids. Of course, it was called PDV back then. And then, and even 7 old when my family and I were living in Medford, Massachusetts, that is. Yeah. So anyway, during my time watching Sesame Street on a regular basis, well, the other things I remember. I mean, I remember the time when Sally had a cast, and oh yeah, and there was this time when Oscar the Grouch, well, he was going to marry this Grouch girl, and then when the day of the wedding came around and everybody arrived for the ceremony, he just called off. Now I don't remember why they did that, but I'm guessing it's supposed to be some kind of Grouch tradition for to get wedding guests to prepare for nothing, because if you have seen Sesame Street for a long time, then well you know what Grouches are like. Now another thing I remember that when I was as a kid, I remember there was this lion called Leo, and what made him unique was that he likes vegetables, and he will roar because he would get excited whenever he sees vegetables. Must have been, Sesame Street attempt of getting kids to eat healthy at a time. So yes, so far there were so many events I remember from watching that show. Oh, and also I remember one time when I was watching this parade on TV with my mother on a Spanish channel. Well, I saw this character in the parade that kind of reminded a Big Bird, only he was green. It wouldn't be until just later until I figured out why. Of course, when I got to third grade, I kind of stopped watching Sesame Street altogether because, well, as you get older, you might outgrow some things, for certain shows or cartoons, and I guess I just outgrew Sesame Street around that time, and I was no longer interested in watching it. I mean, I did find some seen Sesame Street, once in a while, but I haven't ever seen a full episode since. And then when I was a teenager, well, I discovered on I think it was Telefutura, or maybe it was Telemundo, but there was this show they called La Sesamo, which is the Spanish version of Sesame Street, or to be more specific, Mexican version, because that's where it's filmed. I mean, of course, yes, they use footage from the American version, but they also do some of their own stuff as well, to relate to kids their culture, to relate to. So yes, and then after I finished high school, I remember that there were other versions of Sesame Street in other countries, and yes, and they're all different languages as well. And you know, even though I have been around since the beginning, I heard that it's been a good show for decades. But oh, sorry, unfortunately, Sesame Street has taken a direction they shouldn't have. I'm not gonna say what it is because in case of Charles watching this video, and well, there are certain things I want to talk about on my channel because well, this is for all ages, and I don't want children to find out about certain things on my channel because those are things that the parents should talk about when they show their own life already. And like I said in my PS Kids video, if you are a parent, taking control of what your children watch has become more important now than ever. And for a while, if I ever have kids, I would rather watch Sesame Street. But from what I heard recently, I don't think I can trust that show to educate my children, if I have any. And I think more parents are gonna do the same thing too, because I heard yes. So if Sesame Street decides to go ahead and air what he did, then eventually it will lose ratings, and parents will not want the show to watch anymore. And I hope the people who run YouTube will not remove this video or even my entire channel for what I said, even though I was I didn't get specifics of what the show is doing. So yes, the show was nice when I was growing up, but as I joined other television, most shows as well as networks for children are doing. So I guess that's all. Like yes, and yes, these shows and networks they claim they're doing the right thing, but they're just making things worse, and eventually it's gonna bite them in the end. But I guess that's all I can say about Sesame Street in this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.